Tonight, Vladimir Putin gives a warning to separatists in Russia, Obama and the deportation program, and a look at this week's weather.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
I can't seem to save anything.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Hello, and welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Liz Brister.
And I'm Jeremy Ryback.
For the first time in history, the marijuana-related holiday 420 was celebrated legally throughout all of Colorado. One might expect it to be laden with dreadlocks, tie-dye, and a concert headlined by Snoop Dogg, which there was. But what they are failing to mention are the businessmen, the women dressed to the nines, and the victims of diseases such as Crohn's disease who gathered to promote the legalization of the plant nationwide.
And now here's your CBS reporter with the dangers of texting while driving.
The point of most video games is to entertain.
Yeah, it's really hard.
But there's nothing fun
I kind of wait until there's a straight stretch to see what's going on my phone.
about what this game is hoping to prevent.
We would count every time they crashed the car, they crossed the fog lines.
UMD professor Dr. Edward Downs turned this PlayStation 3 into a distracted driving simulator.
Watch your speed limit.
Between 60 and 70.
He used it in an experiment, testing the attitude of about 100 college students towards distracted driving.
It's hard to keep going the speed limit.
The students took a survey before and after their drive, asking them how likely they were to drive while distracted. All it took was 10 text messages behind the wheel of the simulator, and attitudes changed.
When we put them in the simulator, they're able to see on their own and come to their own conclusions that they're not as good as multitasking as they thought they were, and how dangerous it can be.
Do you think that people realize how distracted they are?
No, absolutely not.
Holly Kostreski works for MnDOT's Toward Zero Deaths program.
Because people don't know, and you don't want to put them in a situation where they have to learn and then they end up in a crash, but a simulated experience like this is really fascinating.
More people should have to do this before they get their driver's license.
In Duluth, Jennifer Austin, KDLH 3.
Malaysia's Prime Minister has said on Thursday that the government will release its reports on Flight 370's disappearance after facing anger from families of the flight's passengers. In an interview with CNN, he discussed after why he is not yet officially declaring the flight and the 239 people on board lost.
The Navy reassigns a former commander of the acrobatic fighter squadron Blue Angels due to an investigation of sexual harassment from two-time commander Captain Gregory McWhirter. Gorilla advocates say that gorillas are in danger of poaching, deforestation, and human disease. That means that soon the world's mountain gorillas will be completely wiped out. Conservationists have been working for 2 decades to create an environment where gorillas and people can coexist.
Anti-immigration activist Dan Stein is calling the Obama administration's plan to not deport immigrants who have lived in the U.S. for years who haven't committed crimes in a backdoor amnesty. Stein shared his views with Here and Now's Jeremy Hobson.
Truck drivers for Amazon say that they don't make much money. They say they are not reimbursed for the money that they put out, leaving them in the red.
A security guard in Kabul shoots and kills 3 American doctors, wounding an American nurse. The shooter was also injured and ended up in the very hospital he opened fire on. Police are not sure what prompted the shooting or if the Taliban was involved.
Coming up, we hear about Tori Spelling's divorce, Frozen sequel, and we'll hear what's up with Ronald McDonald's new look.
Dude.
check out this chef, right? Right?
That's so gay. That's really gay.
Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Pope Francis phoned an Argentine woman married to a divorced man and reportedly told her that she could receive the sacrament of communion, which is an apparent contradiction of Catholic law. According to the woman's husband, this is not the first time Pope Francis has cold called Catholics. His informal style has led some people to call him the People's Pope.
And now here's Deanna with an entertainment update.
Thanks, guys. E! News has confirmed that Miley Cyrus has finally left the hospital after being hospitalized for more than a week ago for an awful reaction to medication to treat the flu. Although the rest of her U.S. Bangers tour dates were postponed, they are rescheduled for August. And the European leg of her tour is still on, with her first show May 2nd in Amsterdam. And Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott have had their marriage and their lives plastered across the tabloids since Dean's cheating confession. Their new Lifetime docuseries, True Story, aired this past Tuesday and showed Spelling struggling to come to terms with her husband's affair. She says they are in the beginning stages of therapy. And some bad news for the fans of the movie Frozen. Disney chairman Alan Horn revealed on Tuesday that a sequel is not in the works just yet. Disney chief Bob Iger says the movie has real franchise potential after becoming the 6th highest grossing movie of all time. But Frozen 2 remains a fantasy. Fans just might see a musical coming first. That's all for entertainment. Back to you guys at the desk.
In Michael Lewis's new book, Flash Boys, he discusses the ins and outs of Wall Street. Lewis explains how to discover the intentions of others, inside training, and even how to properly go about the stock market. Lewis's book, Flash Boy, Cap Tale in the 21st Century, went on sale today.
Steve Bajun, the head of Ford Motor Company's international lobbying operations, is against Obama's Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. He calls the deal cheating and claims it is taking away from the hard-working American citizens in our own automotive plants. Obama is currently touring to Asia to shore up support for the TPP. And now here's Ashley, who will be telling us about Ronald McDonald's new look.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
All right, so Ashley, what fast food mascot's changing?
Actually, McDonald's is changing the image and giving Ronald McDonald a pretty big makeover in a lot of ways.
And what kind of things will be different about him?
Well, the company wants the clown to have an overall stronger online presence. Customers can interact with Ronald McDonald using the hashtag Ronald McDonald.
And you say makeover, he's still gonna look like a clown, right?
Yes, actually more than ever. Since times are changing, so are his wardrobes. The person who designed his new outfit is Ann Hood Ward, and she actually has credits in a number of Broadway productions. Ronald can be seen wearing a bright red and yellow blazer, yellow gloves, and a classic clown red bow tie.
And will he keep changing, or is this something that's just right for now?
Well, the company's senior vice president, Dean Barrett, said, and I quote, "Ronald will continue to evolve and be modern and relevant."
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And here's Jeremy with the News World Minute.
Thanks, guys. Russian President Vladimir Putin offers a vague warning to Ukraine's government, saying there will be unspecified consequences for use of force against pro-Russian separatists in the east. renewing fears that Russian troops might cross the border to protect Russian speakers. Putin said, "It will certainly have consequences for the people who make such decisions. This also concerns our intergovernmental relations." Shortly after Putin spoke, Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said, "We have to react to such a development." In other world news, the Food and Drug Administration proposes regulations on the use of e-cigarettes. These regulations include the age limit of 18 years old on buying the product, the inclusion of health warnings on packages, and the prohibition of selling e-cigarettes in vending machines. These recommendations will be finalized following a 75-day public comment period. That's it for your World News Minute. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now here's sports with Anika.
Thanks, guys. New York Yankees pitcher Michael Pineda has been suspended 10 games by Major League Baseball for possessing a foreign substance in Wednesday night's game against Boston Red Sox. The foreign substance, recognized as pine tar, was smeared on the right side of his neck. Sources say that pine tar is used to add more grip. The Flyers' #1 starter, Steve Mason, will start Game 4 tomorrow night. The Philadelphia Flyers tweeted this afternoon, quote, "Steve Mason will get the start in Game 4 on Friday. #Flyers, #clutch time," end quote. That's all for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now for a weather update with Mike.
Thanks, guys. Tonight, we're looking at mostly clear with a high of 57. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. You can see here on Friday, it's going to be a high of 66 with a low of 50 and some rain. On Saturday, we're going to have scattered thunderstorms with a high of 71 and a low of 46. Might be a little humid. On Sunday, now it's going to be mostly sunny. We're going to have a high of 64 with a low of 42. Monday, the clouds roll back in. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 63 and a low of 48. Moving on to Tuesday, we're getting back into some showers. Might have to break out the umbrellas, but it's going to be a high of 61 and a low of 52, so it'll be a little warmer. But let's move on and take a look at our weather window. And as you can tell here from the weather window, it's looking awfully nice out there, but it's quite deceiving because it's actually still a little cold.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So you said the weather's a little cold outside.
Yeah,
right?
it's a little bit nippy out there today. You might still need a sweatshirt.
Yeah, because I was looking outside before, and it showed it was like sunny outside. I thought it was going to be like hot, but
hey, Mother Nature's playing tricks on all of us.
Yeah,
you know?
the wind's a killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it's going to get warm.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Once the spring comes around, the 100%. Summer, it'll be all good.
The rain Saturday is not going to be fun.
Nah, we'll get over it.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's all the time we have for National Rundown. Thanks for watching and have a great night.